today is to cross into the Arctic Circle and to go see a glacier up close. And I just noticed there's snow in those there mountains. So probably, since it's early September, it's probably glaciers. So we're gonna wiggle around for about 28 miles today, I guess. And I just didn't know what it would be like. We're gonna see glaciers later today, so I'm sure that's going to really feel much more like we're in the Arctic.
That'll make
it's really cold. You know, I have all my warm clothes on and all that, but yeah, it's pretty amazing. The natural beauty is incredible.
Yeah. It is incredible, yep. So many peaks here. I thought it was a lot. We saw the Seven Sisters row of peaks yesterday, but this is even more wild and crazy. See some snow up there. Possibly part of the glacier that we're going to today. We look around up here. We look around and go up and to the right to Svartisen Glacier.
There's the glacier.
Getting closer to the Svartisen Glacier. It's up in the valley up in there. We're going to a little dock right up in here somewhere that normally handles a tour boat. It comes over from a road over here for normal tourists. And it's not operating right now because it's not the weekend in the off season. But there's also part of the glacier up here too, which is really cool. It's like a big runoff, water runoff coming off the end of the glacier up there. I love that light blue color down over here too. Very excited to hike up to that.
We think this is the ferry boat that brings tourists to this park where they can enjoy views of the glacier. Seems there is a way in the off-season to have their services on an as-needed basis, since the sole passenger on this trip was a lone mountain biker.
We are taking off to hike to, what should we go see today?
Glacier?
Oh, glacier, like behind us. Perfect. So we're all decked out here.
Yeah.
Karen's got her waterproof thing on. I've got my waterproof thing on. We've got hiking poles and gloves.
Wool socks,
Yes,
boots.
a little drizzle.
Little drizzle.
But we're gonna go be Arctic explorers.
Off we go to get a closer look at the Engabreen Tongue, or the Outlet Glacier, which is a branch off of the massive Svartisen Glacier, the second largest glacier in Norway, which covers 375 square kilometers. Svartisen is made up of the east and west Svartisen ice caps, which are separated by a deep valley, as shown here. Svartisen supplies 60 outlet glaciers, or tongues, many of which descend into adjacent valleys and fjords, like what we see here. Since this area is one of the most accessible parts of the Svartisen Glacier, it is known by both of its names: Engabreen, which is the name of the glacial tongue, and Svartisen, the massive glacial ice sheet, which feeds into Engabreen, and the many other outlet glaciers. While more than half of the outlet glaciers end between 700 and 1,000 meters above sea level, this wonderful glacier tongue ends at about 200 meters above sea level. And while this is incredible, just 20 short years ago, in 2004, this glacier stopped just 7 meters above sea level. At that time, the Engabreen Glacier ended at the lowest elevation of any glacier on the European mainland. All of this according to helpful Wikipedia. This is melted ice water, so we're pretty eager to stay on the rocks and dry. Now, sit back and enjoy the Engabreen Glacier, the waterfall byproducts from it, and the beautiful rocks carved by thousands of years of glacial movement. Broken record when I'm at these places. I just feel like the rocks are so beautiful. I see so many veins of different kinds of rocks. Just heading through all these different layers, especially with all this carving with glaciers having carved down through here. It's just so beautiful. There's that rock right down there just before Tom. It has so many colors and the various layers. And then there's this lovely color of the glacial lake. So what happens is that, as a glacier carves down through the rock, it's the water that melts off of the glacier has so much mineral in it from all the different rocks that once it makes it to the water, it has that beautiful turquoise color. So many glacial lakes have a similar color, or just a very special, different color that isn't found in most non-glacial lakes or waterways. The distance, you can see sea rose back there.
Sea rose?
Sea rose, way back over there.
Wow. Rock is so red and brown. Can't understand. It looks like wood, and like grains in the wood.
So we're wondering, do they put this sign up here, is calving? When it is calving, or is it always up? Is this the time of year when it does break off? Fly down the hill? Oh, man, that's just beautiful. These are going to create incredible canyons someday. I wish I could place an object in the foreground to provide scale. We hiked for over 3 hours to get to this point below the glacier's snout. When Tom has his drone way up above us, our bodies provide some scale, but with this background of just rock and glacier, it is difficult to determine if these crevices we see here are big enough for, say, a human to fall into, or possibly even big enough to swallow a whole house. My suspicion is that there are some of each size of these type of crevices, and that these folds in the glacier are, when up on them, mini hills similar to these structures of the rock hills below the glacier. Amazing glacial wonders. We hope you enjoyed this as much as we did. Join us next time as we return to the land of the giants. That is, the giant Norwegian peaks that dominate the coastline this far north. We'll visit Nordskot and then beautiful Svolvær, which is on the famous Lofoten peninsula. Don't miss it. Thanks for being part of our semi-retired Life 4.0. Please give us a like if you enjoy our content, and know that we always love your comments. Until next time.